Why Monologue? Friday, August 9th. Here we go. Am I crazy? Sometimes I feel like I'm crazy. The only thing I can think of to counter this point is, well, that I'm not. I feel that the difference between genius and crazy is just execution. So I have all these ideas and all that's left to do is execute. The words can't even quantify how grand the vision I have is, but I finally have a way to go about bringing it to reality. I'm working with my buddy Yev now, what he calls LSD, what I call Y, but it's this technology that'll empower humanity. We see it as working towards this version of the internet without all the noise, this human filtered internet, this knowledge base of the shit that we think is actually interesting, that we actually care about. And it's funny, I spent the last year bumbling around trying to build something like this, but just wasn't technically savvy enough to do so. And my buddy was working full-time as a software engineer, finally mustered up the guts to quit when he started building some of the infrastructure for these systems and realized the potential. Fast forward 2 weeks, and we just get to chatting and realize the visions are very much aligned, and he actually landed on himself, without my prompt, the same starting point that I had wanted to build months ago, but gave up on because I wasn't able to technically. So I landed on collaborative self-experimentation, which is still very cool and something I want to build out. But this is much bigger than that. This is bigger than everything, really. This is the biggest thing that I can imagine. And to have the ability to take the steps to actually get there is so very cool right now. And really, I don't think I've been this fired up in I can't remember how long. And with that excitement comes caution, because I've been excited before, but this time it's so real. And there's a fear there that I'm going to enter the real world with this. Like, not the real world, like putting this YouTube video out or putting my game combo out on the App Store, like the real world where the Facebooks and the Teslas, like where they move. And it's really, it's a little scary. If there's one thing to know, it's that you should move towards your fear, right? The greatness is on the other side of that fear. And it's not like a fear like, oh no, I don't want to do it, I'm scared. It's like, what does this actually mean? Like, what does the future actually hold? And I don't think it's worth the brain power to do it, to focus on that. The brain power is better spent right here, right now, building. And that's a really hard balance as well. Is what's the difference? I can focus on 10 steps ahead, the grandest possible ambition, or I can focus on what's right here, right in front of me, right now. And like everything else, it's a balance, right? Life is a marathon. You can sit back and smell the roses, or it's a sprint and time is limited and you have to maximize every last second to get the most out of it. Well, of course, the truth is somewhere in between those two, and figuring out what that truth is different for everybody. But for me, I've landed on this. This is what I care about. And I hate having built something to the 99th yard and I just need to like push it into the end zone and then just like abandoning it. But for why acne, I mean, it worked. I built it for me. Hey, that's good enough. I have something much cooler to build. So the question on my mind is, well, genius or crazy. I said the difference is execution, and only time will tell. So if you're interested in seeing where this goes, then stick around. If you're watching this from the future, then, well, clearly I did it. So don't want to celebrate, because where I am right now, it has yet to be built. Where you are watching this, maybe it has been built. I hope that the future that you are living in, the time, what is now the present, is a better one and is one that I helped build. With that, I'll sign off. I have to get to building to make this happen, to make that happen. God, life is such a crazy thing. Time is such a crazy thing. Make the most of it. It's all you got. So, with that, I'll sign off. I'll see you tomorrow.